I recently got the Attorney Trilogy, and I played a little bit of it on my own. But I think I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to do the whole game for you guys on YouTube. I'm a little late, very late to this game, but it's a fun game nonetheless. So, let's get started. Damn, is that blood? Oh shit! It's alright guys, I think she's asleep. Who the fuck is... Who's this? Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Sit your ass down. Defendant lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. What are you nervous about? I'm glad I made it. I'm impressed. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Who do we owe a favor? You knew the defendant before this case. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. How much do we owe him? My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Ah! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. It's an interesting name. Butts. Tell them I'm guilty, dude. That's not my job. I ain't afraid to die. It's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. Who took her away from me? Is her name Nick? It's a shitty name. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper say it was you. Yeah, buddy. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. We have proof she died. She kind of looks like she's sleeping. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Accurate. In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone, he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. Yeah, this guy's pretty noble. I guess I'm pretty noble. I don't know. Fun fact, I want to be a defense attorney, so this is a fun game for me. How old is this guy? The prosecution is ready. Why do you look like the guy who killed him? Or her, my bad. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't know if that's something to thank. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Larry. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts. Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? No way, I forgot. Of course I know the victim's name. Just forgot, temporarily. I feel my mind coming on. Yes. I know how to play this game. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? That's definitely Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what is the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Struck once. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. Well done. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. I think that's what he sounds like. It was found lying on the floor, next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. I'm sorry. It's rather heavy. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence. Yes. Oh, it's the gavel! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Pay attention. Yeah, I got you. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey! Watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. That's not a very good comparison to that last one. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dump. In fact, she had completely abandoned me, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, so what's that? July 30th? Alright. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. It's a great way to put it. Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Stop him from answering. Duh. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, what do you mean irrelevant? That she-dog. And when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. But we already said that he didn't know. What? Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you know? Bro, audibly gulped. Well, did you? Or did you know? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. You gotta have him answer, honestly. That's great signal you got there. Yeah, I was there, I went. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. What? Yeah, the defendant is lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Cap. I call Cap. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. I call Cap. Bro definitely did not see the crime. Bro can't see anything. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling a newspaper at the victim's building. That is Cap, bro. Do you not, like, vet your witnesses? Guarantee you the witness is gonna be the guy who, like, we saw at the beginning, killed the girl. Please bring Mr. Frank Solid to the stand. He might be. Mr. Solid, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Oh shit, that was the wrong voice. My bad. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, let's... I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. And I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Because you killed her, dumbass. I clearly fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saha used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. From noon to 6 p.m. So how did he see the time as 1 p.m.? Now, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. This is the real deal. What am I supposed to do? Just expose the lies. Your client is innocent, then the witness must have lied. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? I hold the key, it's in the evidence. Rub it in the witness's face. Alright. First thing I do is I always look at the record. Our Chester was out, 7:30, statue of a thinker. He's going door to door, and he saw a man fleeing an apartment. Thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside. I saw a woman. I quelled in fright, found myself unable to go inside. Thought to call the police immediately. The phone wasn't working. I went to the red park and found a public phone. Remember the time exactly, 1 p.m. 1 p.m., are you certain? Absolutely. Yeah, I got you. Let me get through this, I want to press him. Yep, thinking it's strange, I saw a woman lying there. Phone in her apartment wasn't working. I mean, no, it wasn't. You said you didn't go into the apartment. There was a cordless phone on a shelf. I reached inside and tried to use that to call. And my phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Yep, okay. Blackout was noon to 6 p.m. Oh wait, time of death 4 to 5 p.m. It couldn't have been 1. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Incorrect. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report and makes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at work. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Dang, bro is sweating. Oh, man. Oh. This is trivial. The witness merely put out the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. I kind of want to skip this tutorial trial. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Take 2. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Dude, there was no power. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Dude, I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. That's right, you may cross-examine the witness. Bro. My guy, pay attention to the evidence. Buddy. There was a blackout. Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television, or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. Yeah, because he's the one who murdered her! My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, that murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Okay, give me a sec. Isn't this the murder weapon? No. Alright, so let's just press it. I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Table clock. This is the first time I've heard of it. Murder weapon, the killer used it to the victim. The murder weapon? Yes. The table clock, that was used as a weapon. That's what I said. Did you just doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Or shut the fuck up. That must have been what I saw. Loss of blood due to blood trauma. Electricity was out. Victim arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. The murder weapon, the killer used to hit the victim. We don't know what the murder weapon is though, technically speaking. Also, a table clock? Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? It slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says, the witness says he's on the clock. End of story. I mean, can you get out of my box? That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. I was making shit up. But isn't this the murder weapon, or have we not proved it? I don't want to fuck up here. Oh, well, obviously, I did fuck up there. Murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That seems right, though. That must have been what I saw. Okay, there we go. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. Why is that not in the evidence then? It doesn't say it's the murder weapon. Wait, it doesn't say it's the murder weapon though, it just says it's a statue. What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? I'm an attorney. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. You're lying. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time allowed. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yeah. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. We were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. W, Detective. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. But it looks like he's about to jump over and break deck. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness' face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Okay, I know. Look, the clock, I heard, I saw. Did bro throw his toupee at me? It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him death. This is a goofy trial. Your Honor, a moment please. There wasn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. You claim the sound that witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Try sounding the clock. Oh, or examine the batteries. Just try sounding the clock. The sermon is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker. True. You've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing! While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! Dude, look at your dumbass. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! Bro, object. Can you get out of here? Chief, it's over. I can't prove. Yes, you can. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think correct. Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim. Tough words, let me see who told this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves that the clock was running slowly. This! That's right there. She arrived at 7:30, which means that she probably brought the clock with her. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawwit? Or should I say Mr. Did It? Alright, goofy up on. Oh, is he about to spontaneously combust? Oh shit, is he foaming at the mouth? What the fuck? Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Such a W. Why does he have spiky hair like that? He looks so goofy. And with that, the court is adjourned. Here's a common burglar. He posted a newspaper salesman. Check and see when people are out of the house. That day. The victim went home after he left. Mr. Sawwit let himself in. The victim returned. Flustered, he grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Slammed it into her. Oh, maybe she did die. I still can't believe you won. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Oh, yeah, he's crying. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Now. Larry, you're innocent. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone for... What is that goofy nickname, bro? Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Wow, she cheated on you with like 87 different guys. Harry Butt. Alright. Thanks, I really love it. Dinner and movie my treat. Bro, stop hitting on my boss, preferably. Here, take this, it's a present. I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Thank you, I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe that? I was so into that chick. She was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that just want to make you cry? I don't really care that much. Excuse me? Quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. Oh, I'm not sympathizing. Isn't that right? Then you have something to show your friend. Something that proves how she felt about him. Bro, the clock, bro. He made one for her. And she took it with her when she traveled. It's a pretty heavy clock to take. That's true. I would probably just take a watch. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Aw, that's kind of nice. Speedrunning through the first trial. Hope you see the importance of evidence. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Is she gonna die? Can she not be making this farewell speech to me? Yeah, oh, speaking of hair. Yeah, you'll have to tell me more about that sometime. Maybe over drinks. My first trial came to a close. He slapped me on the back and said, gee, it's good to have friends. He's not going to pay us. I didn't know it then. My clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the truth about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Does she die? Or does Larry die? Oh wait, no, that wouldn't be how that works. Chief definitely dies.